All right, guys, we're all set up. Let's get going. I have cut this down a little bit. It took me like 15 minutes yesterday to get through it, so we'll go through this quick. This is the update. We're going to do it today. It's noon on April 22nd. As always, we have to disclose and disclaim because there are a lot of new people following us. Well, we'll be talking about loans and syndications and founders' positions and all kinds of other stuff that we've got going on. But we're not actually soliciting. This is an update. These will be referred. We may refer to something, but again, if you want to figure all this stuff out, you'll talk to Brian. I believe 2 people yesterday jumped on and we talked to Brian. So we'll let you know. We'll show you how to do that. You can talk to Brian about investing or lending or working with us, okay? We do need your help. This is going on very well. I appreciate it. If you're new and you're joining on here, if you have 5 minutes and you kind of like what Jason and I have been doing, Mr. Texas Real Estate, and value that we've been providing to the community, we would love a good review on Facebook. So it takes about 5 minutes. If you just text 5 minutes to 281-401-9008, I'll shoot you the 2 pages we would appreciate your reviews on very much. So if you could do that for us, we would appreciate it. I know some of you are watching every day but have not done that. So if you could just hook us up, guys, really appreciate it. It takes 5 minutes. If you like what we're doing, if you're watching every day, there's a reason you're here. Just text 5 minutes to 281-401-9008. Tonight at 8 p.m., we're going to be going over the Texas Real Estate Investment Center, which is where I am right now. We've got a meeting with our facility manager and our construction supervisor here to start cranking this stuff out. So we'll give you pictures of the layout. We'll talk about some of the things we're doing, all the events we have planned here. This is going to absolutely crush it. And we like you to be a part of it one way, shape, or form. So make sure that you guys get on the webinar tonight at 8 o'clock. In just a few minutes, I'll send you the link. Thursday night, we have a webinar at 8 p.m. for how to lend private money. This is for lenders or investors. And we'll go over the stuff. This is a critical thing to attend. Making sure that your funds go where they're supposed to go. Stop bankrolling other projects for a lot of these flippers. Insure your capital. There's a little mechanism to insure your capital, which is next to nothing, $100 or so. And then making sure we'll give you a little credit-worthy checklist. So if you're getting into that, there's a lot of folks that are now allowing people to pull $100,000 out of their retirement. Maybe you want to do some lending with that. Maybe you want to do some other things. And so, hey, this is a good measure. It's a good 30-minute video webinar to help you guys out. I'll send you the link on that too. This is all, by the way, it's all on Mr. Texas Real Estate website, mrtxre.com. This Saturday, private money coaching. It's a great event. It's now on the opposite side. If you're looking to borrow from private lenders, this is basically going to show you how to find private money, how to market, how to present your credentials, how to make sure that you are talking to them. The what's in it for me is really, really critical. Really sort of cut down on the telling and get into the selling. That's an old one. But a lot of people just keep talking about their problem and project and never ask for the money. And so we really break it down in a nice little format. We'll give you our JV docs, like the actual operating agreements, for sure worth $150. The operating agreement that we use on all our deals, access to the equity mortgage calculator, and then you get a 30-minute marketing consultation on, hey, I want to learn more, one-on-one questions with either Jason, myself, or Taylor. So that's $147. That is a fantastic deal this weekend. Hope to see you there. And then Thursday night, if you're a lender, that's going to be a good deal to get into. And then tonight, Texas Real Estate Investment Center. I do want to talk about one of the projects that we've started is Ambit Energy guys. These are guys who are going to broker your energy services, find you the best rate possible, whether it's your house or your office, anywhere where you pay electricity. This makes a lot of sense. For us in our Airbnbs, this was a no-brainer. We put 14 accounts in, saving upwards of 25% on our electric bill. That's critical for us. Makes our profit, streamlines our profit on these things, cutting down the overhead. It is network marketing, but you can just sign up as a customer. But if you'd like to sign up as a consultant and sign up a few other people and maybe friends of your ilk that you kind of know that also have Airbnb and other things, it's $100 to start, $79 and $25 for the website, and then it's $25 a month thereafter. Great support team. If you're interested in Ambit Energy, I'll send out the link here in just a few. So those are the things that we've got going on. We should have a big announcement to make, anytime soon here. We have a rock star who's going to come in as a partner in our mastermind. So they're coming in as a partner. We're very excited to have them. And as you all know, the mastermind costs $7,500 for year one, $5,000 for year two, $25,000 for year three. It's free thereafter. Have to have $100,000 income. General FICO of about 700. You have to have access to capital. And so most people in our mastermind are buying single families. Some are flirting with syndication. I can tell you this rock star who's coming in is really going to push us into the syndication world, into note buying and note selling. There's a lot of great strengths that she brings that Jason and I don't have. So because she's coming in and because we're going to be extending out some of the things we're doing in the mastermind, the price is going up. So the new price is going to be $10,000 for year one, $7,500 for year two, $5,000 for year three, $25,000 for year four, free thereafter. It's a $10,000 difference over the course of 4 years. Highly recommend that you go to our website, mrtxre.com, go to the mastermind tab. If you're sitting on the fence, I would say it's time to move before the price goes up. This is absolutely sense of urgency marketing, but it's the truth. And this Monday coming up, we'll do an hour at 8 o'clock Monday night, just going over what the mastermind is about, so you guys can get a little more information. But essentially, folks in our mastermind are building out their portfolio. They're starting their syndication, building out syndications. We've got 3 that we've got going on. So those folks are absolutely thriving here and moving into that space. Again, if you want to invest with us, reach out to Brian at mrtxre.com, Brian at mrtxre.com, or just text invest to 281419008. We do have a new syndication that is coming out. We'll go through that maybe Friday for the investors, and we'll show that on the mastermind on Monday night. So, all right, Jason, you there? Eating a sandwich? Whatever you're eating? What do you got there? I think Jason's getting some food. I want to share some stuff with you. Let me find it here. Where is it? Here it is. Let me do a quick share with you guys. There we go. Hold on. Okay. No, not the one. Not the one.
You know, I've only been doing this for 6 weeks. You'd think I figured out how to turn the mic.
Well, let me go through the Paycheck Protection Program because that's about to pass Congress. And Wells Fargo did open up their apps this morning. So Catherine got her application in. They're adding about $310 billion to the PPP program, which is great. Where's the numbers here? 310 to the program. 50 billion is going to smaller lenders. That's great. Wells Fargo did open up again today, so that's a good sign. If you don't have a commercial bank and you're a 1099 or sole proprietor, I will be looking at PayPal. So this stuff is absolutely opened up. This is a very good day for us if you are looking at this stuff. Now, look, there's a whole bunch of stories, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to get everything they're looking for. We understand. But again, the PPP program is open. That's good. The EIDL is going to be funding again, so that money should be coming through in the next few weeks. And then inside, that's a loan advance, right? That's really, really nice. You're going to loan that out. and then you can move on to the actual getting the loans, right? So that's really good too. We under this program, Jason and I applied for about $2.1 million worth of loans. So we went ahead and filled out the whole thing to get our set of loans and let them know that once they're giving everyone out the $1,000 or $10,000 to come back to us and hit us up. So PPP got refunded. If you haven't gotten it, if the big banks are open for business again, I got an email this morning from Chase saying that we're waiting for it to open. So these banks are moving on this stuff. I would absolutely be jumping on this if you haven't done it yet. All right, Jason, what do you got?
I got a mouthful of veggies. Hold on one second.
Who here's got their PPP program? Who applied and got it? Who applied and didn't get it? Did anyone get the EIDL? I'm always curious. You just chat and let me know. That'd be awesome.
All right, you guys ready? I'll go ahead and get started, Rob. Rob, you there? Hello, anybody there? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we just lost Rob for a minute. All right, let's get started here. Exchange traded funds, ETFs. You're probably seeing a lot in the news right now about an ETF called OIL and another one called USO. And OIL is no longer in existence. It liquidated yesterday. Price dropped way too much. Investors literally got pennies on the dollar back. It was pretty terrible. Now, this is as it's related to bond ETFs, but really what I want to focus on is shame on the Financial Times. And the Financial Times is just absolutely lying to retail investors. Their article, all the drama about fixed income ETFs, was overplayed. In fact, in this article, they essentially say that fixed income ETFs are what has kept the bond market afloat, which is absolute and utter nonsense. It's really these entities right here, the Fed, the ECB, which is the European Central Bank, and the Bank of England, with these infinite amount of quantitative easing, which is a nice way of saying money printing. In fact, I mean, just let me look for it here. Apparently, the recovery in corporate bonds has nothing to do with the central bank distortions. It was the ETFs that saved us all these years, 35 and counting, of fixed income investing, and I never knew. So your retail investors, which are you guys are retail investors, mom and pop, believe that the Financial Times is a credible and journal of record. It's really not. These things read just as like this thing. This is not journalism. This is really a press release. And so when you guys are reading these stories, reading these articles, just be very careful where they're coming from. In fact, let me give you a good example. I have used this article multiple times. This was written back in 2017. Index investing unmasked, 96% of stocks are absolute garbage. And why is that? It's this right here. In his latest research, finance professor Hendrik Besmebender discovered that 58% of stocks don't even outperform a treasury bill. The study was based on 26,000 stocks from 1926 to 2015. Just 4% of stocks accounted for all of the 31.8 trillion in gains during this period. That's 1926 to 2015. That's almost 100 years. That means 96% of stocks were complete garbage. Even worse, shares of unprofitable companies outperformed their counterparts. So what is index investing? Index investing means buying a box of garbage stocks sprinkled with a few hope and glamour stocks whose price gains are solely a result of underperforming fund managers grasping for quarterly bonuses. And retail investors, again, there's that term again, retail investors, juicing up their portfolios in a doomed attempt to catch up on their retirement targets. Let's go back here. This is all retail investors. In fact, we're going to start talking about some oil stuff here in a minute. But retail investors, the mom and pop investors, are getting absolutely obliterated right now. And here's one of the places they're getting killed. We're seeing more chaos in the crude market. If you guys have watched what happened Tuesday and then Wednesday, the crude market is all over the place. We're now up 40% to $16. Just crushing it. Although it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because inventories are actually climbing again. Here's crude inventory right here. This is 2020. It's going back up. Not using enough oil. Nobody's going back to work. Total oil products supply. I mean, it doesn't look great. If you guys are investing in oil, I'd be extremely careful. Extremely careful. In fact, here we go. This USO oil ETF to execute 1-for-8 reverse stock split. So there are the two big ETFs in the energy market right now is USO, and the third, which is the largest exchange traded fund in the marketplace. And the third largest is another one called OIL. OIL has gone into, I don't want to call it bankruptcy, but they essentially gave all their investors money back. You put $100 in, you got pennies on the dollar. USO is now executing what they call an 8-for-1 reverse stock split. So they're essentially going to consolidate folks into a new share, if you will. They're going to consolidate 8 into 1. This is actually what it's going to look like. Pre-split and post-split. The value is going to be the same. They're just consolidating the number of shares. My guess, and in hopes that the price will go up relative to the number of shares outstanding. This is very similar to a stock buyback. It's not going to work. Or maybe it'll work. Retail investors are not very sophisticated. If you look here, the total value is the same. An 8-for-1 reverse, you go from 120 shares to 15, a net asset value of $5 a share to then 40, right? Because 5 times 8 is 40, but the value is the same. So retail investors are not that sophisticated, and maybe this will work, but this thing is smoked. It's toast. It's absolutely insane. I don't have the article sitting in front of me, but late last night there was an email that came out, a letter from CME where these are traded. The oil commodity is traded, and CME said they are now going to price in negative up to a negative. Oh, here it is. They actually talk about it here. Oil could plunge as low as a negative $100 per barrel. Well, CME came out and said we will now price negative options and negative futures contracts as low as $100, negative $100 a barrel. So I don't see this getting better anytime soon. So that's the bloodbath in the oil markets. It will not get better until the country opens. It just won't. I hope everyone understands that. The commodities market's going to be a bloodbath until the country opens and gets back to work. It's that simple. Here's a fun little story. Victoria's Secret. PE firm wants to dump Victoria's Secret. Obviously, there's been a huge reduction in the number of folks shopping for Victoria's Secret because all the stores are closed. So again, got to get the country open back up again. And you guys will love this. Everyone who keeps talking about, it's not COVID's not that big a deal. It's no big deal. More people die in car wrecks and all that. That's not true. In fact, COVID, I believe, as of this morning, is now the leading cause of death in the United States. And you can see this chart here. It's a couple of days old. In fact, what date is this? Is dated? Well, that's February 17th. I don't know what. We're week 7 in, so whatever that is in April.
You mean it kills more people than asthma, Jason?
It kills more people than asthma.
Yeah, I heard that quote.
It's killing a lot of people. There's your flu season right there. That's deaths per million. Has already killed way more than any other flu. In fact, you could probably add all those lines together more than any flu combined. So This thing's still pretty serious, but at some point we got to open the country up. Otherwise, there's not going to be much of a country left. This is a rate. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like. In fact, you know what we can do? World COVID data. Let's pull this up. So let me make sure everyone knows what this means. This is linear. This is what it looks like logarithmic. So it's still straight up. That's number of deaths. I like to look at deaths per 1 million of population. These are the worst hit countries: Spain, Italy, the UK. Oh, wait, Sweden. Wait a second. I thought Sweden was this great country and everything's going fine. And Sweden's a death per million, man. There's people dying out there. And here's the United States. And I expect the United States number to continue to increase. But so don't read all the BS on Facebook. This is not getting any better. Although we do have to open the country up at some point. You know, what are the impacts? I don't know. We can't keep this thing closed for 6 months. Let's look at tests per 1 million. Iceland crushing it. UAE, Malta, Gibraltar, Isle of Man, Cyprus, Brunei, Switzerland. Where's the United States? Way down here. So at some point, we're going to start testing people. We're really not testing people in earnest right now. Total tests. United States should be at the top here. 4.2 million, but our population is also 300 something million. So you can see Russia's right behind us in Germany. But yeah, it's not getting any better out there, guys. So I'd be very careful investing in this stuff. Nobody knows what's going on in the marketplace. Nobody knows who's getting bailed out, and who isn't. All I know is I don't have any of these problems in real estate. Like this is absolutely bananas. So that is all I've got for today. Rob, what else you got?
Just the space tonight. So can you drive them over to Mr. Texas Real Estate page?
Sure. Be our neighbor. Look at that big, beautiful building. We're going to paint it a different color. No colors. We're not going to paint it black. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, the Be Our Neighbor page. So if you guys are interested, I know a lot of people have expressed interest. You scroll down, Jason, you'll see there's a form down there you can fill out. Let's get it started. The $490 a month office is already gone, so now they're up to $5. The next level is $560. I can tell you who the pecking order is we gave this out first to our mastermind students, and a couple of those people picked it up. Our influencers picked up their spaces, and now our sponsors have an opportunity. But as of Friday, it'll be open to anyone who wants to go ahead and pre-lease. And so you'll see the total number tonight of spaces. I think it's 29. And of the 29, I'd say almost a third are spoken for. So if you're looking to get into the building, let's get this going right now. Watch the webinar tonight. We'll go through all the events and why we think it's going to be great. And, we had a meeting this morning, Jason and I, with some of these more retail and commercial guys. And it was nice to think that those guys in that world, Jason, are also noticing. Like, it's beyond investors. There's commercial real estate guys who want space in here. There's retail real estate guys, like high-end real estate. We're absolutely buying an office. We're going to man it. We're going to put someone there, just like we would the front desk in our brokerage. And it's getting a nice little buzz out there. So we have some bigger space, 2,000 to 6,000 square feet available for some brokerages and insurance companies and title companies. And then we've got the smaller offices from, about 140 square feet all the way up to 800 square feet. So join us tonight and we'll go through it. But it's nice that there's a little buzz out there, Jason. I was very happy to hear that from those guys we met with today.
Well, I think the sharp folks in the crowd are figuring out, like, this is going to be the place to be. The super investor meeting is fantastic, but it's one night a month. So this is going to be the place to be 24/7, at least during business hours, where you can get together and buy and sell some deals and do business. And it's going to be an absolutely fantastic place. And it's extremely affordable. We are less expensive per square foot than a Regis office space or any of these other kind of small WeWork spaces, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're less than that. Yep, very affordable.
Good way to put this
We just
for your
want
business.
to build a community.
Yeah, it's a real estate incubator. I like that term too.
Beautiful. Yeah. So that'll be tonight, and then if everyone who pays for electric wants to look at Ambit, that'd be awesome as well. That's all I have, Jason. I'm working on the new syndication. Did the pro forma, and now we're putting out the marketing materials. I'll have that ready for Friday, and I'll almost be caught up with shit.
Okay, good deal.
I added to our personal financial statement. You're gonna have to take a look at that as well.
Okay.
And it looks like we got 3, maybe 4 people interested in our vacation club.
Ooh, vacation club.
So we'll talk about that at some point too. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate you checking us out. PPP program, EIDL, make sure you go ahead and get all those applied for if you haven't done it already. That stuff is getting refunded. They're saying it might last as little as 2 days and up to 7 days. So very good time to get your stuff in if you haven't done already. And if you don't have a bank that's working with you, try PayPal. So again, love to see this stuff going. So, okay, guys, thanks all so very, very much for joining us. Have a great, great day.